Okay, hi everyone, welcome. My name is Jack, and today we're going to be doing a 40-minute continuous flow vinyasa focusing on side bends and inner thighs. These two parts of the body really go well together in lots of yoga postures. This will be a strong, maybe even sweaty practice, so take it at your own pace. Feel free to take child's pose at any point. So let's go ahead and get started. So find a nice, comfortable, cross-legged pose. Sit up tall, draw the shoulders onto the back. Allow the eyes to fall closed. And let's take a big inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, let the air go. One more, inhale. And open mouth, exhale, release. Good, bring your hands to meet at heart center. And set this simple intention today to just listen to your body, listen to where you're at, and take things at your own pace. With that intention in mind, let's go ahead and gently open the eyes. And go ahead and bring your right knee in line with your hip. Bring your right shin parallel to the front line of your mat. Now, either you're going to take your left ankle and stack it on top of your right knee, and your left knee will be over your right ankle. Or you're just going to cross one shin in front of the other if that's a little bit too soon. Now flex the feet, sit up nice and tall, and then step your left hand off to the left. Let's reach the right arm by the ear. Now as you reach the arm by the ear, bend the left elbow a little bit. Feel that there's a lot of length in the right side body. 2 more deep breaths. Good, inhale, sit all the way up. Just for a moment, exhale, walk your hands forward. Don't come to your maximum depth, but come to about 50% of your maximum intensity. Keep the feet flexed. Try to lengthen the spine a little bit more. So as we warm up the body for the practice, we spend a little bit of extra time in postures before we move into our continuous flow vinyasa. Inhale, sit all the way up. Let's switch sides. So bring the opposite shin on top. Flex the feet. You might be crossing the right shin in front of the left shin if the hips are a little bit tighter. Step the right hand off to the right. Reach the left arm by the ear. Now as you bend the right elbow a little bit, fan out through the left rib cage and feel that the left thigh is being anchored back and down by the right ankle. 2 more breaths. Chin draws slightly away from the chest. Good, inhale, sit all the way up. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Keep the feet pretty flexed. Create a lot of length in your spine. And remember, you're about at a 50% maximum intensity. So if you're breathing hard or really struggling here, praying that this pose will end, you're probably working too hard. 2 more soothing breaths. Nice. On your next inhale, sit all the way up. And let's go ahead and cross the legs and roll forward into a tabletop pose. Shoulders over the wrists. Hips are over the knees. Spread the fingers like rays of the sun. Press the finger pads and the knuckles down into the mat. Inhale, cow pose. Broaden the chest. Exhale, cat pose. Chin to the chest, navel in and up. And just go back and forth between cat and cow. This is the first opportunity we really have to connect breath to movement more overtly. So set this metronome pace to the breath now that is unrushed and soothing. So although we work hard, We're not trying to exhaust ourselves through hyperventilation. Nice. On your next exhale, find a flat, neutral spine. Now you're going to go ahead and extend your right heel back. Roll the right toes out to the right, and then reach the right heel towards the right side of the room. Slowly set the right foot down onto the mat so that the right foot is in line with the left knee. And then rise all the way up. Reach the hands above the head. Spread the fingers. Nice. Now roll the right toes up towards the ceiling and dig the right heel down into the mat. Take your right hand to your right thigh or all the way down towards your shin. Reach the left arm by the ear. Now this starts as a side bend and it will continue to be a side bend, but now I want you to turn it more into like a triangle pose on your left knee. So draw your right hip back. Take your right hand down to the outside of the right leg if you can manage it. And then continue to go a little bit deeper into the side bend. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the hands above the head. Exhale, take the hands down. Come back into tabletop. Let's switch sides. So extend your left heel back. Turn the left toes out to the left and then reach your left foot out to the left. Slowly descend the foot down to the floor. Come up to standing on your right knee and your left foot, sweep the hands above the head. So the foot starts facing forward, but then you're going to actually turn the left toes up towards the ceiling, dig the heel down, take the left hand down the left leg, reach the right arm by the ear, and breathe. So Parigasana gate pose, but now turn it more into a triangle variation. So scoop your left hip in, deepen the left hip crease, maybe take the left hand to the outside of the left leg, and reach a little bit deeper into your side bend. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the hands above the head. Exhale, take the hands down. Come back into your tabletop pose. Step your hands about 2 inches forward. Let's tuck the toes and press back, downward facing dog with bent knees. Now as you bend the knees, melt the chest towards the thighs, stick the butt up to the sky. Take a big inhale, come onto the tippy toes, straighten the legs. Exhale, press the heels back and down, and just begin to pedal the heels out a little bit. As you pedal the heels out, wrap the triceps down. So in other words, wrap the biceps forward. Nice. Let's inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand at the top of the mat. Bring your left knee down. Come up onto your fingertips or use blocks if you have them. Slide the left knee back just a little bit more and then straighten the right leg. Dig the right heel down. As you spread the toes, notice if the butt is wrapping down and stick out your booty a little bit. 2 more deep breaths. Nice. Inhale, re-lunge forward. Plant the left palm. Simply take your right hand or forearm to your right thigh and gently encourage the right knee open. So you're going to roll to the pinky toe side of your right foot without collapsing the inner right ankle. Nice. Exhale, right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Back of the neck is long, rise up a little bit higher. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the hand. Bring your right knee down. Come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, broaden your chest. Slide the right knee back a little bit and straighten the left leg so the left leg is off center to the left. As you stick the booty up and out, don't be passive here in this fold, but dig the left heel down, literally like you're gonna smash a hole in your floor. 2 more breaths. Good. Re-lunge forward into your left knee. Plant the right palm and take the left hand or forearm to your left inner thigh. Press the knee open gently to the point that you can roll to the pinky toe side of your front foot. Now the back right knee is also pressing down and trying to drag forward. So there's a little bit of engagement in your quads. Nice. Take the left hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Rise up into full crescent lunge. Nice. Now you're going to bend the back left knee, pull the lower ribs and the lower belly in. Stay low in your front right knee. Now, with as much control as you can muster, begin to lower the left knee all the way down to the mat, but keep that sense of engagement and tone in your quads. Take your right hand to your left wrist and then lateral bend up and over to your right. So today we're not sinking too deep into the low lunge, but rather we're focusing on keeping the posterior tilt in our pelvis. Good. Inhale, reach both hands above the head. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the left toes, lift off the left knee. Now this is a little confusing if you've never done it before. Step the left foot to the right side of the mat. Straighten your front right leg to the best of your ability. And then turn your hips towards the right as you walk both hands to the right as well. This pose in yoga is called the ball cruncher, the nutcracker. That's probably inappropriate. Anyways, let's inhale, come back to center. Step the left foot to the back of the mat, plant the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, go ahead and step the left foot in between the hands. Full crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. So right away, draw the hip points up. Draw the tailbone down. Now begin to bend your right knee, lower belly in, and very, very slowly lower the right knee all the way down to the mat. So there's a bit of isometric tone as you lengthen the muscle. Take your right hand to your left wrist, rather left hand to right wrist. Lateral bend up and over to your left. Spread the fingers. Stay pretty lifted in your pelvis. 2 more breaths. Fan out through the right rib cage. Good. Inhale, sweep both of the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your right toes, lift off the right knee. Step your right foot to the outside of the left side of the mat. Stretch the left leg long. Now turn your hips a little bit to the left as you walk both of your hands to the left as well. So you might actually pivot on your feet, and you should really feel this in your outer left hip, the outer left hamstrings, the outer left calf. 2 more breaths. Good, come back to center. This time, step your right foot to meet your left foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here, feet are hips distance. Bend your knees a little bit, maybe grab opposite elbows, or interlace the hands at the base of the skull. Feel free to sway side to side. Continue to breathe. So we're going to start to move more into our continuous flow vinyasa now. Let the hands hang down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head, half crescent. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Down dog, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. This time bend your right knee, open your hip. Flex the right foot and reach the foot to the left. Inhale, stretch right leg long. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. Bring this into the side bodies. As you lengthen the left side, reach the bottom of the left foot to the right. Press the floor away. Inhale, stretch the left leg long. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Take a big inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now this time, take 3 deep breaths. Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, reach the right leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. Press the floor away. Good, stretch right leg long. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. One more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot back, bring the knee down, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Big inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Down dog, exhale. Let's take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. One more. And release. Left leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. Bring it into the side body. Good, stretch the left leg long. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Now just one basic sun A. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step or jump back. Optional chaturanga or skip it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Very nice. From down dog, turn the right heel in. Keep the right leg straight. Bend your left knee and turn your hips to the right as you bring this into the side body. So as you leverage more length in the right side, reach through the right hand down into the floor. Good, let's switch sides. So straighten the legs, turn the left heel in, bend your right knee. Draw the left hip up and back as you shorten the right side of the body and drive down through the left hand, especially the fingers, the knuckles. Good, come back to center. Take an inhale, look between your thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank and pause. Now drop your left forearm down, then your right forearm down, interlace the fingers, come into forearm plank. We're gonna move right away into dolphin pose. So stick the butt up, walk the feet forward, drive the forearms down, and if you were to let the head be heavy, the head wouldn't be touching the floor. Good, walk the feet back out into forearm plank. Now with the left hand, start by pressing the palm down and press yourself back up to high plank. Big inhale, chaturanga exhale, upward facing dog or a cobra, down dog exhale. So you might decide to skip chaturangas. You might decide to just do cobra pose. Remember the intention we took at the beginning, just to honor our bodies and make this practice fit for where we're at. Nice. So let's go ahead and take a big inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice. Weight is in the heels, lower belly in and up, really reach through the arms. Just one more of the salutation variation that we just did. Take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose, and pause. Now this time, drop your right forearm down first, then left forearm, interlace the fingers. Stick the butt up to the sky, and walk the feet forward for dolphin pose. When things become demanding, you breathe, you center, you use all the tools the practice gives you. Good, walk the feet back out, forearm plank, big inhale. Exhale, start with the right hand, press yourself up to a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or straight to downward facing dog. Good, from downward facing dog, just take a few breaths. Recenter, drop in. So, from downward facing dog, let's take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice. Now, bring your hands to your hips, bring your weight into your right foot. Hover your left foot away from the mat. And now this is an interesting transition, but I want you to open the left knee and come into Ardha Chandrasana. Stretch the left leg long, take the right hand down to the mat or to a block. Left hand is still at the left hip. Now as you flex the left foot, elevate the pinky toe side of the foot nice and high. Once you've found your balance, maybe reach the left hand high to the sky. Now, an interesting transition. Before you transition into it, listen carefully. You're going to bend your standing right leg, keep the weight of the torso forward, and slowly, slowly descend the left foot back into Warrior Two. Once the left foot lands, rise all the way up, arms to a T. Let's take an inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand down the left leg, reach the right arm by the ear. As you sit low in the right knee, 2 more breaths. Nice. Inhale, bring the arms back to a T. Exhale, windmill down. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good. Now with the same right leg, inhale, reach the foot to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands and open up the long way of the mat to your left. So your feet are about 3 feet apart, maybe a little bit less. Turn the left toes to a 45-degree angle. Bend into your left knee. Now you might stay here or you might sink the hips all the way down and come into Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Good. Nice. Now as you press the left knee open with the left tricep, lift your chest a bit, dig the right heel down, spread the toes. 2 more deep breaths. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, turn the toes in halfway. Exhale, lunge forward, plant the palms, downward facing dog. You're just gonna take an inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Breathe here as you sit nice and low. Nice. Take your hands to your hips. Weight into your left foot this time. Just start by hovering the right foot away from the floor. Notice how the left hip engages. As you squeeze your right heel towards your butt, open your right knee to the right and then karate kick the air back and come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So you'll notice that my right leg is not just flopping in the wind, but the pinky toe side of the foot is elevated. Now with as much control as you can, bend your left knee and slowly descend the right foot back and down into Warrior Two. Very nice. Let's inhale, reverse warrior. Sit low into the front left knee. Big side body. Stretch in the left side. On your next inhale, bring your arms back to a T. Exhale, windmill down, plant the palms, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the same left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Open up the long way of the mat to the right. So just like we did on the other side now, you're gonna turn the right toes to a 45-degree angle and bend into your right knee. You either stay pretty lifted or you sink the hips all the way down, or almost all the way down, I should say. Press the right knee open, dig the left heel down so you feel this in your inner thighs. The chest is broad and all of the muscles in the face are soft. Nice. On your next inhale, straighten the legs, turn the toes in, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge forward, plant the palms. Just come to a downward facing dog. Take a big inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Nice. Now this time, reach the right leg back to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. Ground your left heel, rise up into a Warrior Two. Once again, now you're gonna take your hands to your hips. Straighten the right leg. Now remember, right at the beginning of class, when we did gate pose, I want you to dig the right heel down and pull your right hip in. Reach the right hand forward as far as you can and then tick-tock your arms for triangle pose. In. And then go ahead and reach the left arm by the ear. Now, I know that we're told often not to collapse in the right side body here, but I want you to actually do that this time. So let the right side body move towards the right thigh and then really begin to reach the left hand down towards the right toes. Big stretch in the hamstrings, also the left side body. On your exhale, bend your right knee, plant the palms at the top of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Take the outer right shin to the mat. Left leg long behind you. So before you fold, just to center, I want you to explore with turning your torso a tad to the left and then walking your hands forward and off to the left. So I like to drop my left forearm down and reach long through the right hand so I can keep length in the right side body. If this feels weird on your right knee, you can either roll onto your back and come into a supine figure 4. You can try just folding to center. You can try bringing the right heel in a little bit. So if the knee is at a really big angle, that's going to be kind of more stressful on the knee if your hips are tight. 2 more breaths. Nice. On your next inhale, walk the hands back under the shoulders. Step back into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering down. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot in between the thumbs, ground your right heel. Rise up, warrior 2. Good, hands to your hips. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Drop your left hip down and pull it in. Reach the left hand forward and then tick-tock the arms for triangle pose. If you do take the hand down, take it to the outside of the left foot rather than the inside. Let's wrap the right palm forward and then reach the right arm by the ear. Just like before, begin to soften left side body down towards left thigh and find a lot of length in your right rib cage. 2 more breaths. Good, bend your left knee, plant the palms. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach left leg high. Exhale, take outer left shin to the mat. Come into pigeon pose. So before you fold, set yourself up so that you're folding at a diagonal to the right. Drop your right forearm down. Reach long through the left arm. As you reach through the left side body, feel that a hand was grounding the left hip back and down. And you can create the same kind of action of the left hip scooping back and down. Two more breaths. Good, come back to your palms. Let's tuck the right toes, step back, plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a massive inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Drop your knees down to the mat. Slide the heels off to the side. And we're going to come into some more explicit side bends now. The main one being Parivrtta Janushirshasana. So stretch the left leg off to the left. Take the right heel in towards the groin. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe scoop your butt cheeks out from under you. Nice. Now from here, I want you to take either left hand to left ankle or bring the forearm down to the floor in front of the shin. Reach the right hand high, wrap the pinky finger in, and then reach the arm by the ear. So remember, as you reach the arm by the ear, if you're getting stuck here, it's because you need to wrap that tricep in a little bit. so that the pinky faces down. If you're close to grabbing your foot, grab the foot, and then go ahead and lean forward a little bit. Bend your right elbow. Turn the elbow up towards the ceiling, as you almost feel like you were literally going to roll onto your back. And your right hip can certainly lift off the floor. Flex the left foot. 2 more deep breaths. Nice. Inhale, sit all the way up. And let's switch sides. So stretch the right leg off to the right. Draw the left heel in. And one side might feel a little bit different than the other side. That's normal. Take the right hand to the right ankle. Maybe lower the right forearm down to the floor if you did so before. Reach the left hand high, wrap the pinky finger in, and then reach the arm by the ear. So as you examine where your body's at today, take the left hand to the right foot if that's what feels good. Scoop your ribs forward a little bit, and then bend the left elbow as you lean back, almost try to roll onto your back. Let the left hip lift away from the floor, will a little bit. As you come into the side bend to the right. 3 more breaths. Very nice. Sit all the way up, and we're going to roll onto the back. So, as you come onto your back, we're just going to do 1 back bend. Just 1 back bend, because side bends really prepare the body for back bends. Place the feet down onto the floor. Heels are nice and close towards your booty. Either bridge pose with the arms by the sides, or take the hands by the sides of the head. Inhale, lift up, bridge. Maybe lift all the way up into wheel pose. As you press the hands down into the mat, wrap your triceps back if you're in full wheel. Feel the length in both side bodies now as you take 3 more breaths. Nice. On your exhale, come all the way down. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, the knees out wide. Let's take 1 hand to the belly and 1 hand to the heart. So really, we've been constantly moving throughout this entire practice, and this is really the beginning of the practice where we start to become more restful. So let yourself drop into that steady, soft tone. Let the cadence of the breath slow. Very nice. Place the feet down to the mat. Let's scoop the hips a little bit to the left. Draw your knees up to your chest, and then let your knees fall to the right. Maybe even take right hand to outside of left thigh and reach your left arm off to the left. So because we're focusing on the side bodies today, I still want you to bring your awareness into that area and see if you could only breathe into the left rib cage, as if you only had lungs in that area of the body. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. Draw your knees back up to center. Place the feet down to the mat. Scoot your hips off to the right side of the mat. Draw your knees up and let your knees fall to the left this time. Reach the right arm off to the right. So ideally, the thighs are perpendicular with your spine. That means your knees aren't too far away from you. And then you're once again trying to isolate the breath into the right rib cage. Two more breaths. Very nice. Inhale, come back to center. And let's come into a happy baby's pose. So grab onto the inner heels or the pinky toe sides of the feet and just rock side to side a little bit. You might feel just a little bit more open in the hamstrings and the inner thighs more than you usually do, because that's been one of the intentions of class today. Good, and then as you feel ready, hug the knees into the chest. Round the forehead to the knees, exhale all of the air out of the lungs. And stretch out into your final Shavasana, final corpse pose. Let the palms open to the sky, the toes roll out to the edges of the mat. You can stay here as long as you would like. I recommend about 5 minutes, maybe even longer if you have the time. Let yourself just decompress, de-stress. There's nothing to do or to accomplish. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or your night. Namaste.